This is the drive home with TT for the Millwall drive home, driving home from Portman Road, where it finished. Ipswich Town, 2 goals. Millwall, 3 goals, which means we win, and we win away from home for the first time this season. We don't like winning between August and December. That's for other teams. We'll take it from the second part of the season. And even then, you know, we get to the game. We have a first half as woeful as you will ever see a Millwall team. We were absolutely dreadful in that first half, and there's no other way of putting it. The second half, we were how we've been playing recently. We're a far better team, and considering the injuries we've had, that's not a bad effort. And we'll go on to the team lineup, because you look at it. Goalkeeper, Jordan Archer in goal. We had Marlon Romeo right back, Cooper and Murray Wallace as our centre-back pairing, because apparently Hutch cut himself taking the bins out. Listen, Hutch, get your missus on that next time, because that's not what we need when we're going away from home. We had James Meredith as left-back. Right midfield was Jed Wallace. The centre midfield pairing of Ryan Leonard and Ryan Tunnicliffe. Left midfield was Shane Ferguson, and up front we had Elliot and little wizard he is, Aidan O'Brien. I don't really want to talk too much about the first half, because we were terrible. We were second best to everything. We just weren't at the races. The defensive mix-up for their first goal was awful. You know, Murray Wallace made a mistake. We didn't cut in. And to be fair to the boy, he's taken a touch and then curled a lovely shot into the bottom left-hand corner. And the only thing that you could say about our first half was the fact that we didn't go in at half-time more than 1-0 down, because Ipswich had chances. A great block from Ryan Tunnicliffe to keep it at 1-0. And, you know, certain players step up when you need them to step up across the season and to take you over the line to get a win. And players like Shane Ferguson and Jed Wallace today did that. Tom Elliott up front. Now, I've knocked him, and in the first half, he couldn't do anything right. He's obviously bereft of confidence. His touch goes about 6 miles ahead of him. You know, he was knocking it onto nobody in particular. He doesn't chase down. It was one of the most frustrating, and he is a bit of a scapegoat at the moment for when things are not going right. But it's because all of our play goes to that player. You know, whoever's that player in the team, the ball goes to them a lot, and he just wasn't cutting the mustard, and it was very frustrating. You know, players around him. Jed in that first half was driving with the ball. Obviously had the only chance that we had in the first half, and he's hit it straight at the keeper. But we didn't really do enough, and it's gone in at half time, and you're thinking, no Gregors, no Hutch. What a bad time to do it, because it's an Ipswich side that are bottom of the table, that don't look much themselves. Second half, Harris, I don't know what he puts in their half-time cups of tea, but he's got them coming out. I thought James Meredith was unlucky really to get subbed. I don't think he had a bad half, but obviously we changed our formation and we put... so Meredith comes on, Meredith comes off, Morrow comes on. Left back goes Shane Ferguson, and AOB goes kind of left midfield, left wing. So we're trying to keep all 3 of them up front as much as possible. And we're totally different in the second half. You know, the crowd are getting on the back of the ref, and I might as well move on to ref watch first, why I've said it. But the ref was trying to let kind of physical play go. Both Ipswich and Millwall holding on to each other. You know, it's one of those where Elliott's backing in, he's got an arm on the defender's got an arm on him, and they're wrestling, and the same with their player up front. That got Paul Lambert all rolled up, which kind of played into our hands. I think it distracted his own players from the game, and then they've made a silly then he's given us a penalty, which it was a penalty. We're directly in line with it. I don't know what the defender was thinking of. The ball's come across. The defender's taken Elliott out as he's going for the ball. I'm not sure what would have happened if he'd have got to it, but he did. And then up steps Shane Ferguson. Now, I hate watching penalties for Millwall because we're notoriously not that great at them. But to be fair to the boys, absolutely banged it in. And Shane Ferguson is fully deserving of a TT man of the match because he's been unbelievable. You know, he's the most improved player this season by an absolute country mile. I've not said enough about him, and that's a little bit poor on me because he has been good consistently week in, week out. Today I thought he put in a star performance. Today I felt not just the goal, his work rate, his skill on the ball, his desire. He wants the ball at the moment. You know, he really wants the ball. And any player that's at whatever level, you know, if whatever level of football, even my under-8s, if a player wants the ball, that's a good sign. And at the moment he does. That brings us back level. We then have a ball into the... Ipswich are gone at that stage. Ipswich have absolutely lost their heads. They're bottom of the table. You know, they're not getting any luck. They feel like the ref's against them. And that's played right into our hands because they sit deeper and deeper and deeper. They're not defending well. They're making silly errors themselves. And we have had luck today. We've had luck. We've had a referee that's pretty even. Is given things, I felt, pretty well. And we've taken the chances that we did have. You know, the ball's into the box. Elliott's knocked it back across where Cooper's there, and even Mr 50p head himself manages to bang it in. Fully deserved. I felt he defended really well today, Cooper, but gets on the score sheet again. Now he's got a few goals and assists this season as Jakey Cooper, and that's it. It's 2-1. We're still going forward. Again, they make mistakes at the back. Elliott's put pressure on the keeper. He slid. He's won the ball. It's bounced off to Aidan O'Brien, who looks like he's going to put it in, but he couldn't. But I tell you what, it's a great bit of composure by OB there. He steps on the ball, does a little bit of skill, waits for Elliott to get back into position, lays it off to Elliott, who curls it in 3-1. We're going mental. We're going to win away. It's never that easy, though, is it? It's Millwall. It is never that easy. Ipswich looked nothing, absolutely did nothing after we scored our third goal, and it looked like it should be a comfortable win. And you know, if it was a Derby or a Norwich, maybe not those two because they ship goals for fun, but most teams in the division, 3-1 up against a team that a shot of confidence and creating nothing, absolutely nothing, should be easy. No, of course it's not going to be easy. They score in about the 88th minute with actually a well-worked play. Aidan O'Brien gets caught upfield. Should take a booking all day long, just bring the player down, but it allows him to run. Then it's a really good shot from outside the box, in off the post. And you've just before injury time comes up, the ball comes up. It's a Millwall ball, 6 minutes. The keeper was down for a couple of minutes, to be fair, but 6 minutes still is generous, to say the least. And then it's backs to the walls. Are we going to hold out? Are we going to be able to get our first away win? Are we going to throw it away again? Today we didn't. Today we didn't throw it away. Today we held on for all 3 points. Neil Harris, the fans were singing his name because, listen, we've got injuries. We were without our best striker and our best defender, and we've still managed to go away from home and pick up all 3 points. I don't care about the performance. I care about how much those players care about wearing a shirt. Today in that second half, you could tell they care about being Millwall. Now for me, that's everything, because we drive all over the country to watch them because we are Millwall. We care about our team. For them to play for the shirt and deservedly get that monkey off their back. Now we've won away. There's no reason why we can't win a few more away. We need to strengthen in the transfer market. We need another striker. That's fact. And I've told you, I think we need a left midfielder. Although that's harsh on Shane Ferguson, but someone to help him, because if we want to put him at left back to help Meredith, maybe. You know, today things went for us. It doesn't normally, and we finally got our first away win of the season, and we're unbeaten, and we've won 100% of our games in 2019. You know, I was working last night. I got home at 7 in the morning. It all makes it worthwhile when you have no sleep, you drive with your family, and this is the 3rd year in a row. You know, I've spent New Year's Day with my family at Millwall, and it's the first win we've got. I couldn't think of any better place to be than driving home with my family. 3 points in the packet in the pocket. And we're going to push up now. We said it's time to push on. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments, leave your likes. 3 points to the Lions. First away win of the season. Come on, you Lions!